Hi, this is Virgo, December 2017 Astrology, and this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, who's trying to sort of connect with you here. Okay, what I'm sort of drawn to you now is you're coming to what I call an interesting period now, you Virgos. And if I were to take you back to the past a little bit, I feel as though you used to be very guarded, very protective of yourself. It's like you've got your barriers up. But all of a sudden now you're going back to your fiery kind of personality self. And I do feel as though this is good. But you still have got your worries and anxieties. They've still not gone away as such, but they are lesser. So basically, it's like you're starting to move forward at last. And I feel like it's been a very funny decade for you over the last sort of 10 years. And I know we're not at the end of a decade because 2017, we've got another 3 years to go. But with numerology, we are coming to an end of a decade. It's you add the numbers up and it's a 10. 10 is an end of a cycle. So maybe I'm sort of wording it wrong and I should be saying we're coming to an end of a cycle, not so much a decade. But this decade has followed on from 2008, and this time it's 2017, which makes the 10. 2008 before made the 10. So it's been a bit of a long trek. So in a sense, really, it's like a 9-year cycle, and 9 is a very draining number. And if you also look at this, I just feel so. This is where I feel so. Your worries now are starting to come to an end. So I just feel as though it's time for you to get out there now and start making plans, and that's what you need to do. But what you must do now is start standing your ground a little bit now about what you do want and what you don't want, where you're going with your life. It's like you've got to start making some choices. You are feeling a bit drained, a bit run down, a bit tired at times, but I do feel as though, you're dealing with it and it's not as negative as you think it is. And I feel as though because you're less worrying, you're feeling less tired, but you're still feeling tired. So all you've got to do is just keep focusing on your diet and looking after yourself and keeping this motivated. But I feel like now you've got to start taking some leaps of faith with your life. You've got to start getting out there now and making things happen with your life and enjoying life and living it to the full. But what it's all about now is getting balance in your life. So whatever energy you put into things now, you need to make sure it works for you. And if it does work for you, great, keep doing it. If it doesn't, don't do it. So I just feel so everything's there. But I feel like 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're not. And I just get the feeling you're sort of in the middle of it all a little bit at the moment. But at least you've got through a lot. That's the good point. So all you've got to do now is just keep pushing forwards. But I feel like with some of you Virgos now, there could be some kind of a move coming up around you. It's not rushing in, but there is a move. And I feel with this move, you could end up living somewhere near the water. And I feel so some of you, you should start preparing that as if to say, do you know what, I might be moving out the area. And then you might think, oh, we're family, oh no, we don't want to do that. But don't, because at the end of the day, you've got to look at it like this. Children and family are growing up. They're moving onwards and upwards. And what you can be doing, left there stuck, not moving forward, not embracing things. And when your children are grown up, they can create their own lives, and then it's like you've missed out. You know what I mean? It's not that you're not going to see your family. It's just you're moving forward. And I just feel so for some of you now, things are going to really change on an emotional level. And I just feel so it's good. And I just feel so now we just got to embrace everything. So everything's there now for the taking. I feel like money is going to gradually start picking up around you, and that's very positive. And it connects with you sort of getting a little bit more ambitious, wanting to do more and achieve more. And the more energy put into that, the more it gets you where you need to be in life, not just to do a career, right across the board with everything. So I feel like all we've got to do now is just take some chances. But I just feel as though now you've just got to have faith, because as I'm looking at everything, I feel like everything's looking great. It's not perfect, but everything's looking great. But what life is perfect? Never is it? So it's all about now deciding what you want to embrace, what you don't want to embrace, what you want to accept, what you don't want to accept. And I just feel so you've got to start being a bit sort of choosy. Not fussy, but choosy. But I feel like, but be careful what you do turn away, because sometimes you could turn things away and you could regret it. In other words, it's like I feel as though, that could have been the right path for you, but it's just your nerves getting the better of you. So remember, when the nerves are getting the better of you, it's because you know it's right, it's just nervous that you're doing it. Or nervous that you can do it or you can't do it. So there's something there in your thoughts that are still blocking you. And I just feel that that's your past. And I just feel that do not judge the past by the future. The past is different, it's a different book, it's a different cover. And I just feel so now, this is what it's all about. So I feel so everything's looking great. The only thing now I feel with some of you Virgos now, the ones that are in relationships, I feel as though you need to start showing a bit more attention to your partners. The ones that are not in relationships, I just feel as though you need to start sort of putting your thoughts out there now to the universe that you're ready for it, because you are. You sometimes question it, but you are ready. But I don't feel so as if to say when you do that, it's going to come rushing in, because it just feels though certain things have got to happen and unfold around you. But I just feel so now, if you start to put it out there, it's getting your thoughts and your mind straight and ready for it all. And that's what it's all about. Health-wise, just keep an eye on the left side, tell eye. The left side of your body. I've got sort of aches and pains there. It can be any part of your left body, and I'm also being drawn to your knee plane up a little bit. Okay, keep an eye on your feet aching, keep an eye on the back of your neck, and watch your energy levels. But other than that, it's just little simple things that can be dealt with. And all you've got to do now is just keep your lifestyle nice and balanced. Now, I feel like you're going to hear news of somebody becoming unwell, but I feel so don't worry about them, because they can come through it and they will beat it. And if you can just encourage them to drink plenty sort of natural fruit blended drinks, that would be good. So I'm talking homemade, blending it, and that will really boost their immune system and do them the world of good. But other than that, I just feel so everything's fine. And let me see what I get here with the angels. Yes, typical you Virgos. You need to start opening up now, showing your thoughts and feelings. Stop being so protective of yourself, and that's all it is. So it just feels though, like I say, things should be moving right for you now, and all you've got to do now is just not look backwards so much. You've got to keep looking forwards. And I feel so on the career front, there's new opportunities coming where you can be moving up the ladder or looking for better jobs. That day is coming for you. Relationships, you've just got to let your barriers down now and let new things in, or start showing your thoughts and feelings a little bit more. And with family, I just feel so stand your ground a little bit with family. Not that family is negative, but I just feel so, remember, you've got a life of your own now, and you've got to get on with it, and so have they. And I feel so as we do that, we'll be all right. And I just feel so I can see finances gradually picking up around you. And all you've got to do in the meantime is just look after yourself, because if you don't have the energy, you won't be able to do any of these things I'm talking about. So I feel like there's a lot of great things to come now, and you've just got to embrace everything. And regarding your home, like I said, I do feel that there's going to be house moves eventually, but I think in the meantime, I've got you doing the house up. And also, somebody could be visiting or moving in. And whatever aspect that is in, I just feel so it's fine. I don't see anything negative with it. I feel so embrace it. And I just feel so this sort of move in sort of opens up new doors. But other than that, I just feel so everything's great. So just keep doing what you're doing. All you've got to do now is get balance in your life. So whatever energy you're putting into things now, you've got to make sure it works for you. And as long as you do that, you'll be fine. And it might be time for you to let some new friendships in as well. And, and start enjoying life a little bit. It's like you need to start getting out now and just living life to the full. I'm not saying that you've got to be out every night or getting drunk or whatever that may be. I just feel that, but just connecting with friendships, enjoying life a little bit and making the most of it. And that feels to me very, very positive. Doesn't feel negative at all. So I would get out there and do it. I feel so it's great. So yeah, so other than that, I feel so everything's fine. So that's your star sign Virgo for the month of December 2017, astrology. And I'm Peter the Clairvoyant here. If you want any readings, phone readings, please connect with me. Connect with me through my Facebook page, Peter the Clairvoyant, or my website, at theclairvoyant.co.uk. And also you could perhaps order a video like this for a personal reading, and they're 1950, and you do get a really good in-depth reading because I look at all aspects of your life more or less. So great. Well, I wish you all the best and hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you.